Hey, what's goody, Frye gang? But we got one hell of a story today, and some of you may not have heard of it, but this story is sad and also kind of frustrating, and it also just doesn't even make any sense. But there was a Splatoon fan, definitely the most sane Splatoon fan. There was a Splatoon fan who spent an equivalent of $3,500 to buy shares in order to attend a shareholder meeting at Nintendo and rant about hairstyles. And this customization for male inklings and octolings in Splatoon 3. Okay, this shit gets wild. So according to Twitter user nstyles, who was actually at the event where this was held, the meeting's Q&A session included someone loudly ranting about female characters' perceived preferential treatment in the third game when it comes to customization options. Now, I know what you may be thinking, but give me a second here. And reportedly, the fan was unhappy with the number of customization options available for male characters in Splatoon 3, including hairstyles and emotes, compared to those available for female characters. And this is why I said this shit doesn't make any sense. Because what are you talking about, bro? The customization options aren't even exclusive to either gender anymore. You can use whatever hairstyle and emote you want regardless of the gender. You don't even choose gender anymore. It's just inkling or octoling, and then you get to make them look like a male or female. Like, there's no exclusivity here. You can use whatever hairstyle you want, whether you want your shit to be male or female. What is he even talking about here? And then emotes? Since when were emotes gender specific as well? What? When were those? There's absolutely zero of them that are gender specific, and none of them even really like kind of hint at a gender. Like, they're all just a bunch of random emotes. None of them have really any like gender kind of mannerisms or anything. I guess the closest one is like twirl power, which is the emote I use when you like the twirl around and then the blowing the kiss. That's about it for females. But everything else, they are like they're not gender exclusive. What is he talking about? I have no clue what this man is on about. But just you wait, it gets even better, because according to nstyles, the rant continued for some time, causing Nintendo president, the actual president of Nintendo of Japan himself, Shuntaro Furukawa, to come out, and he interrupted the fan and telling him that his question was too long. And he just straight up ignored the president, right? He just ignored him and just kept on ranting. And eventually he stopped, and Furukawa reportedly replied, "Thank you for your interest in playing our game. We appreciate your valuable opinion." And in other words, he meant, yeah, thanks for wasting your money and thanks for wasting our time to make sure that we will never consider anything you have to say. He just told this man, "Thank you for your time. Now get out of my building." That was great. However, the fan that did this, supposedly he's the Twitter user Haruikatako, identified himself as a person who asked the question, and according to him, he specifically bought 512,000 yen, which equates to 3,570 USD, in Nintendo shares so that he could attend the shareholder meeting and share their complaint. They shared photos of numerous letters they have sent to Nintendo about the topic previously, claiming that they got no response and decided to buy shares in the company to get a chance to raise the issue directly. And here on screen, you can actually see all the letters that he sent to Nintendo. And here showing proof that he did buy shares in Nintendo in order to attend this meeting. This shit is wild. And showing the full written question, which appears to be extremely lengthy, they wrote, "At the Nintendo shareholders meeting, I complained about the current cold treatment of Splatoon boys. Halfway through, I was told there are other people who want to ask questions, so the second half took a lot longer than planned, but I managed to tell them." And this is kind of similar to what happened in 2012. When at a shareholder meeting, a Nintendo shareholder took the opportunity to ask Nintendo to release an F-Zero game, and we all know how that turned out. And how he even got this money in order to buy all of these shares. He reportedly bought and sold a bunch of stuff, one being a Switch OLED. So according to him, he bought a Switch OLED for 40,000 yen with his credit card, and as soon as he got it, he sold it for 25,000 yen to raise the money in order to buy shares, which maybe I'm missing something, but that makes absolutely zero sense to me. Why? Okay, this makes no sense. He bought the Switch OLED for 40,000 yen and then sold it for 25k in order to get the money, in order to raise the money for to buy the shares. He sold it for almost half as much as he got it for. He's not making any profits here. What? This makes no sense to me. Why didn't he just use the money that he used to buy the Switch OLED to just buy the shares outright with that money? That makes absolutely no sense. He bought a Switch OLED for 40,000, sold it for 25k. Like, he had more money buying the Switch than he did selling it. So what was the point of that? You just had less money to use to buy. Maybe he wanted it in cash, or is yen, like physical yen, is that cash? I don't know. But maybe that's what he was doing. But I don't really think you can buy shares physically. I think it's all digital anyway. But regardless, that makes no sense. Why didn't he just outright buy it with the 40k? Instead of buying a Switch OLED, selling it for 25k, and then using that. You would have had almost double the amount. That makes no sense to me. But yeah, this bumbling buffoon here, bro. This is the funny thing. Of all things, he could have complained about, you know, the map design, maybe better kits for some weapons, some better single player, you know, fixing connectivity with the game. There's so many other things and issues and flaws with Splatoon 3 that he could have ranted about, but the one thing he chose to rant about was something that didn't even matter and wasn't an issue in the first place. Of all things, he chose to rant about male representation in Splatoon. Like, are you fucking serious? First of all, Splatoon has plenty of male characters, all right? Not to mention, all of the major villains are male. You got Mr. Grizz, DJ Octavio, Commander Tartar. There's also a bunch of other male characters with Captain Cuttlefish, Glenn Fiddler, Bisk, Gelfonzo, the other like Splatoon 1 shopkeeper, that old jellyfish guy, Krusty Sean, like Iso Padre, Sea Cucumber maybe, but there are plenty of male characters in the series. I don't really see what he's complaining about, and specifically the customization for male Inklings and Octolings in Splatoon 3, which makes absolutely zero sense anyway, because you can choose whatever the hell you want. Nothing is exclusive in customization. The only thing exclusive are the hairstyles for male or Inkling, or what? Only things that are exclusive for hairstyles are the Inklings and Octolings. Between them, they have their own hairstyles. But there are no male or female exclusive hairstyles or emotes, so I don't even know where he got that from. And this literally doesn't even matter. I mean, yeah, having more customization options would be nice, but he's complaining about something that's not even in the game. Talk about male customization options when you can use whatever you want, regardless male or female. So what is he even talking about? And that's something else I don't understand, why people are complaining so much about there not being enough male representation in Splatoon. Splatoon is very clearly and obviously a female centric series. Like, it's female dominated, which I don't see why people are complaining about that. 99% of the games and series out there are male dominated and centric anyway. And then the one time we get a female centric series, people are complaining and crying about, oh, where's the male representation? Go play literally any other game. What are you talking about? Why is that such an issue? I don't know why this is such a big complaint of not having enough male representation. I never thought I'd hear that. Like, go play literally any other series out there if you want male representation. This is one of the very few series that are female dominated, and people have an issue with that. And now I know people are gonna bring up, well, they just want male idols. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Having male idols would be cool or whatever, but don't complain that there's too many female idols and not enough male idols when the entire series is majorly centered around females. Like, shocker, there's more female characters than there are male characters in a female dominated series. Wow, who would have thought that? Like, what are you even talking about? I don't know. But yeah, this guy, definitely the most unhinged Splatoon fan. Of all things he could have complained about and maybe actually could have had a change in the game, a huge change. He wanted to complain about something that had absolutely no impact on the game. That wasn't even an issue with the game. Not having enough male representation and customization in Splatoon 3. And it was Splatoon 3 specifically in the customization. So the hairstyles and emotes, which is absolutely insane because there is no exclusivity. So what was he even ranting about? I don't know. He's another one of those people. Just go play literally any other series out there and you'll have more male characters. I don't really see what the issue is here. But yeah, this guy, yeah, he's truly something. He'll go down in history as the most unhinged Splatoon fan. Putz 12 doesn't even compare to this. Like, even though, yeah, he was like screaming and yelling at 9-year-olds on Splatoon, which is kind of funny. At least he didn't drop $3,500, 3.5 bands just to go to a shareholder meeting and rant about something that wasn't even an issue in the first place. I don't know. Yeah. That's really about it for this video. God damn, this guy is insane. See you next mission and play some goddamn Splatty.